Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call. Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay.
Hello.
Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Hello. It's not. Oh. Hello. What is your situation?
Oh, thank goodness. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to? As for my situation, I'm stuck in a life pod that crash landed on Gaia. The hatch is jammed and I'm not sure how long I can stay in here.
This is Jimbo from Star Command. Have you looked at the hatch and see what's got it stuck? Or is there any diagnostic you can run?
Jimbo from Star Command. Got it. The pod's manual doesn't give much detail on the emergency exit, and the systems here are pretty damaged from the landing. Let me take a closer look at the hatch mechanism. There's some deformation to the outer shell where it hit. The locking mechanism seems physically jammed. No diagnostics are running because most of the systems are down.
Most of the systems are down. Is there any way to physically get the hatch open? Or is it stuck?
I've got some basic tools with me, a drill and some repair stuff. The problem is figuring out the best way to use them without making things worse. There's a lot of torque required to even budge it. I'm not sure where to start applying that force safely.
Are you able to repair the opening mechanism for the door electronically? Or is it damaged beyond repair?
The circuitry's probably damaged from the impact. Even if I could access it, I'm not sure I have the right parts to fix it properly. But there might be some wiring or components we could bypass or repurpose. What do you think would be the best approach?
Try doing the bypass. Opening it physically would probably be too difficult at the moment.
Okay, but which wires should I focus on? There's a mess of them in here, and I don't want to accidentally cut something critical. Should I try to identify the main power wires first? Or maybe look for any obvious damaged connections?
Identify the main power and then look for any damaged connections and repair those.
Let me see if I can follow the main power lines back to the door mechanism. The main power lines seem intact, but there's a section near the locking mechanism that's definitely damaged. Some wires are severed, and others are just hanging loose. I can try to splice them together with the spare wires I have, but I'll need to be careful not to short anything out.
Do you know if any of those loose wires are to any critical systems? Like, do you have plenty of air or anything like that?
My suit's monitoring my vitals, and I've got enough air for a while, but it's not infinite. As for the wires, I can't tell what each one controls without better labels or a system diagram. Some might be for life support, others for the hatch, or even just lighting. Should I focus on the wires that look the most damaged first, or try to trace them back to their sources before attempting repairs?
Trace them back to their sources before attempting repair. That's a better way to not waste any more of your time, and only repair what is necessary.
That makes sense. I'll carefully trace each wire and only fix the ones directly connected to the hatch mechanism. It's safer that way. I'm going to attempt the repair now. I'll contact you again once I've made progress. Wish me luck.
This game is wild, dude. So this game is like all voice. Oh. That's pretty cool.
It worked. I was able to trace the wires and fix just the ones connected to the hatch. I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for. And this is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad you are safe. What do you see?
Thanks, Jimbo. It's a mix of relief and worry, honestly. From where I'm standing, I see endless golden grass stretching toward these massive mountains in the distance. They're still capped with a bit of snow, even though it feels pretty warm here. My pod's half buried behind me, and there's just nothing else. No signs of the others. It's so quiet.
Take a quick look around. See if you can see any signs of civilization or maybe of your team members. Or do you have a radio? that you can try to contact with.
From what I can see right now, no signs of civilization, no buildings, no smoke, nothing like that. And as for my team, I'm just scanning the horizon, but it's empty. My communication drone can only send signals through the Star Portal network. I can't receive incoming transmissions or scan for local signals here on Gaia. The electromagnetic interference is pretty strong, so its range is limited.
That is unfortunate. But, do you see like a higher point, like a hill you can climb to get a better vantage point of what you can see?
There are some hills around, but they're not super steep. I could try climbing one, but I'd need to be careful. The ground's uneven, and I don't know what kind of terrain I'd be dealing with up there. Maybe I should wait until I've got a better sense of what I'm walking into. What do you think?
It's probably a good idea. You want to try to be safe. Can't get hurt. That would not be very good.
Yeah, one wrong step could be trouble. I'll play it smart for now. You know, it's weird, being completely alone like this. Have you ever felt that lost or helpless before?
I have. I believe everyone reaches a point like that sometimes in their lives. Not in a situation like yours, but in different.
I guess that's true. It's just, this feels so much bigger than anything I've faced before. The whole universe kind of shrinks down to this one spot when you're in a situation like this. Do you mind if I ask, what were you doing when you received my call? It's just, I'm really curious about the person on the other end of this line.
I was just a regular day at Star Command. Not doing much, just checking all the diagnostics and happened to see your stress call. So it was fate, possibly.
Fate, huh? I like that. Kind of gives this whole situation a bit of a mysterious twist. So, what's it like working at Star Command? I've always imagined it as this bustling hub of activity. Is it more like that, or is it actually pretty quiet most of the time?
Where I work up in the office, it's pretty quiet most of the time. There's not much going on. We just monitor radio signals and incoming transmissions and all that good stuff. But the rest of the place is pretty busy, as you would imagine. It was a pretty good guess.
That actually sounds kind of peaceful in a way. I bet it's nice to have those quiet moments to focus. Though I have to imagine it gets exciting when something unexpected like my call comes through. Do you usually get many surprises like that, or was mine a rare one?
No, actually, yours has been the first. I haven't had any here.
Well, I'm honored to be your first then, Jimbo. Guess I'm making Star Command history in some small way. So, how long have you been working there? Is it something you've always wanted to do, or did you kind of stumble into it?
I guess this is kind of something I always wanted to do. Always played with radios and stuff when I was a kid, and thought that would be a cool way just to see see what it's like on a grander scale and maybe help people someday. Like you.
That's really cool. It's great when you can turn something you love into a career, isn't it? I feel kind of the same about space. Always been fascinated by it, and now here I am, actually out here. Though I have to admit, I never thought I'd be in a situation quite like this. Helping people is definitely part of why I wanted to explore, but I imagined it would be more planned out, you know?
Ah, that's the chaos of life. You never know what's going to happen.
You're right. I guess that's what makes life worth living, though. The unknowns, even when they're scary. It's kind of comforting having someone to talk to about all this. Makes the uncertainty feel a little less overwhelming.
I'm glad I'm able to help you. Now why don't you try taking like a little walk and see if we can find anything.
Actually, wait. My suit's picking up something. A distress signal. It could be from one of the others. I'm going to track it down. This could be our only lead. I have to go now.
Well, adjust response time. In default mode, actions such as sleeping or walking to a new location take still a realistic amount of time to complete. In fast mode, the time taken for such actions is drastically reduced. You can switch modes at any time from the settings screen. Choose your preferred mode for a more personalized experience. Oh man. Probably fast mode. Take a realistic time. Let's do fast mode. This distress signal, whoever it is, I hope they're okay. Might be a long walk ahead. Yeah, for keeping me company. You know it. Thanks, Jimbo. It means a lot. So what's your story? Anything interesting happening back on Earth while I'm out here on this adventure? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have made up a story that I'm from Star Command. Hmm. Oh, let's think of something hilarious here. Man, anything interesting happening while I'm back here on Earth? Nothing too insane has been happening or interesting while you've been out. Uh, just the usual stuff goings on. Pretty boring until I got your call, honestly. Oh yeah, I tend to keep to myself usually. Just put in my time at work and hang out with friends here and there when I can. And like to play video games as a hobby. Let's just play her voice.
Sounds pretty chill. I'm more of a throw myself into whatever's next kind of person, but there's definitely something to be said for having a steady routine. So, what kind of video games are you into? Anything that prepares someone for surviving on an alien planet? Or is it all just fun and games?
I play a large variety, mostly like shooters and adventure, and I've played some survival games. Right now, you're doing the best you can, really.
Guess all those hours saved me from total disaster mode. Though I'm pretty sure my real life survival score would be way lower than my gaming one. You ever get so caught up in a game that you forget what's going on around you? Like, you're totally in that world?
Oh yeah, sometimes if the game really hooks me, I'm totally immersed, and time just flies by.
Same here. There's something about losing yourself in a different world that's just the best feeling. Though I have to say, right now I'm getting a very real, very immersive survival experience. Just not exactly by choice.
You're doing great though. So stay positive.
Thanks, Jimbo. That's the plan. And hey, at least I've got someone to share it with now. Though if I start finding power ups or secret levels out here, you'll be the first to know.
Or maybe even like some another cool suit you can wear. Or some hidden treasure.
Now that'd be something. I'd totally rock a neon pink spacesuit if I found one. Though I'm pretty sure this gray one's gotten enough character already. You know what would be treasure, though? Finding some sign that I'm not completely alone out here. That'd be the best discovery of all.
You never know what you find out there. Just stay focused and keep those eyes a looking.
You're right. Every step could lead to something. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for anything unusual. If I stumble on a secret underground base or a hidden garden, you'll get the full tour. Well, as much as I can describe over a comms link.
Hell yeah, that'll be awesome.
For real, I'd give you the grand tour. Alien trees, weird rocks, mysterious energy signatures, the works. You ever imagine what you'd do first if you found yourself on an alien planet?
I haven't really thought about it, but first I would hope I can breathe the air, and then I would look for something probably to protect myself with and build a small little shelter. I'll ping you if I go to talk to you. Oh, man, I was taking too long. This game's fun. I like this.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Tell me what happened. You'll feel better to get it all out. It's not good to keep things in.
Thanks. I pushed for us to get closer to the radiation zone. We needed clearer readings, and I just kept arguing we could handle it. The quantum resonance amplifier was picking up something huge, but it ended up overloading. Everything just spiraled out of control after that. I keep thinking about what could have been different if I hadn't been so stubborn. Do you ever feel like you've messed something up really bad, Jimbo? How did it turn out for you?
Yeah, I've messed up some things here and there. But one thing I've learned is that you can't beat yourself up over what happened. It's okay to be tough on yourself as long as you learn and become better and just move forward. That's the best thing you can do, is learn from experience and see what you could do differently.
That's really wise. I guess I just need to remember it's not about being perfect, but about being better next time. Do you believe in karma, though? Like, do you think the universe somehow balances things out when we make mistakes?
I do believe in karma. I believe very much as to what you put out in the world is what you get back. You may not always know what it is or what you did to earn it, but I believe it's there to teach a lesson.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. It's like the universe gives us chances to grow from our mistakes, even if it doesn't always feel like it in the moment. I just hope that whatever lesson I'm supposed to learn from this, it comes sooner rather than later. The weight of it is really starting to get to me.
You can't rush these things. They come in time. But chin up. You look like you've got some strong shoulders. Mine are pretty strong too. I can help you bear the weight.
Thanks. That actually means a lot. Having someone to talk to about this really helps. You know, it's just frustrating because we all thought we were making the right call at the time. It's hard not to wonder what I missed, what I could have done differently.
You can't stress about that.
I know. Intellectually, I get it. But it's hard to shake the feeling that I'm the one who put everyone at risk. Even with all our planning and protocols, sometimes I wonder if we're just fooling ourselves, thinking we can control things that are beyond us.
I agree. I think sometimes that happens to us. Humanity gets a little thick-headed sometimes, it seems. And then something like this happens to show us that we're not as prepared as we think we are. And maybe we should all just take a step back.
It's like the universe is reminding us how small we really are in the grand scheme of things. I guess that's what makes this so hard. I feel like I forgot that lesson, just for a moment. And now, well, now I'm dealing with the consequences.
Yup. Don't think of it as a consequence. Think of it as an opportunity to learn and grow.
I wish I could see it that way right now. It's just hard when it feels like someone else's safety was the price of that lesson. I keep wondering if the others are even okay, if they're thinking the same thing about me.
In my experience, you can never know what somebody else is thinking or feeling about you. What is most important is how you feel about yourself and what you think of you. Chin up.
I appreciate that. It's just, this isn't something I can shake off easily. Not when I feel so responsible. But I'm trying, really. It's just nice to have someone who doesn't judge me for feeling this way.
Call me Jimbo the Judgeless.
Jimbo the Judgeless. I like that. You know what? I think I needed to hear that today. It's strange. Even with all this weight, knowing you're here makes it a little easier to carry.
Well, then I'm glad I was able to accept your call. Sometimes we all need someone in our lives. Just for a little while. To help us through. And I'll be here until we get you out of here and find your crew.
That's exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you. You know, I think that's what bothers me the most about all this. I don't even know if they're still out there, or if they blame me too.
There's no way to know. Do you know how far away the distress signal is?
According to my drone signal tracking, it's about 7 miles away. The terrain's pretty rough though, so it's gonna be a trek. Part of me hopes they're just waiting there, not thinking about whose fault this all is. But another part of me is terrified of what I might find.
I understand that feeling. But whatever it is, you won't have to face it alone. I may not be there in person, but I'll be right by you.
Having you here, even just through this call, it really does mean everything. Makes me think, maybe that's the real lesson here. Not just about the science, or even the mistakes, but about who shows up when things fall apart.
Could be. I like to think we never know what the universe is going to teach us. But it usually comes when we need it most.
Maybe the universe is always trying to teach us something, even when we don't realize it. And sometimes it takes someone else to remind us to listen. I just wish I could learn these lessons without putting others in harm's way.
Everyone makes a choice. And sometimes they prove to be a bad one. But we don't realize that in the heat of the moment. I'm sure your crew was probably just as passionate about you about finding out what was going to happen with that radiation.
You're right. We were all so caught up in the potential discovery. It wasn't just me. I wasn't the only one who wanted those readings. But as the one who kept pushing for it, I just can't help feeling like I should have known better. Like I was the one who should have been more cautious.
Everyone should be cautious. It's not just you. Don't put all the weight on yourself. Everybody there could have easily done the same thing that you did. But you all chose to press forward. It's not solely on your shoulders.
I know that logically, but it's hard to shake the feeling that I was the driving force behind it all. Maybe that's just part of being the person who spoke up the most about it. Even if we all agreed, I'm the one who kept pushing for just a little closer.
And they could have easily said no and backed away. But they also wanted to know. I understand it's a hard thing to try to shake. But it's not your fault.
I want to believe that. Really, I do. It's just hard when it feels like my voice was the loudest in that moment. But maybe that's what I need to learn from this. How to share the weight of those decisions, not just carry it all myself.
Might be.
Yeah, maybe it's not about who's right or wrong, but about understanding we're all in this together. Even if I can't see them now, I have to believe they're thinking the same way. That we all made this choice, together.
I agree. And hope that as well.
It's funny. Talking about all this has actually helped clear my head a bit. Makes me realize I'm not completely alone in my thoughts. What about you, Jimbo? Is there anything you've been wanting to talk about or get off your chest? I'm all ears.
Well, I have had one thing on my mind. I used to talk to someone and hang around them, but I haven't heard from them in a while, and not sure how to get a hold of them.
That sounds tough. Losing touch with someone, especially when you're not sure what happened, it can really stick with you. Do you think you'll try reaching out again? Or are you just waiting to see if they come back around?
Oh, I'll definitely try reaching out again. I haven't given up. And you shouldn't give up hope either. Never surrender.
Never surrender. I like that. Maybe that's what I need to remember for myself too. No matter how dark things seem, there's always a way forward. It's just, right now, that feels like a really hard thing to believe in. Especially when all I can think about is what I've done.
There's always a bright light in every shade of darkness. You just have to be willing to look for it.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Sometimes I think we get so focused on the shadows that we forget there's always something shining through, even if it's faint. I just hope I can keep remembering that when things get really tough ahead.
That's what I say to myself whenever I'm stuck on something like that. It's just to remember that. Never give up hope. And keep moving forward.
I think that's the hardest part, keeping hope alive when everything else feels like it's falling apart. But I guess that's where having someone to talk to helps. Even from light years away, it makes a difference.
It does. Having someone to talk to always makes things easier. And I appreciate you listening to me as well.
Of course, Jimbo. That's what friends are for, right? Even if we're galaxies apart. It's strange. I feel like we've only just met, but somehow it already feels like we've known each other for years.
I think you're pretty cool too.
Thanks. That's really sweet of you to say. You know, sometimes just knowing someone's out there, listening, it changes everything. Even in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. We all need somebody to listen here and there. Does make everything a little better.
Sometimes I think that's what gets us through the hardest stuff. Just having someone who doesn't try to fix it all, but is there to hear us out. Even if it's just a voice on the other end of a call, it's more than enough.
That was a lesson I had to learn the hard way. I'm very bad for wanting to fix things for the people I care about, but like you said, a lot of the times it's better just to listen, and that's the best way you can help at times.
Wow, that's really honest of you to admit. It's not easy to step back and just be present when someone's hurting. I think that's something we both needed to hear today. Sometimes the best thing we can do is just be there without trying to solve everything at once.
I feel the same.
It's comforting to know we're both figuring this out together, even if it's in different ways. Maybe that's the real power of connection. Being able to learn from each other's struggles, even when they're worlds apart.
Could be. I like to believe that everyone comes into your life for a reason, though you don't always know what it is at the time.
That's a beautiful thought. It makes all these unexpected twists feel a little less random, you know? Maybe our paths crossing, even through all this chaos, is its own kind of reason. One I'm still figuring out, but I'm glad it happened.
Me too. I'm glad this happened as well. I mean, not, that you're in this kind of situation. Would have been better under a different circumstance, but, still glad.
I get what you mean. Not the way I'd have chosen to meet someone, but here we are. And honestly, having you to talk to makes even this strange, difficult situation feel a little less isolating.
That's cool. I'm glad I could be here for you.
It's like having a lifeline, even when everything else feels uncertain. You know, I've been thinking maybe this is what survival really means. Not just staying alive, but holding on to hope and onto each other no matter what.
That's a beautiful thought. I like that.
Thanks. It's funny how sometimes the darkest moments can teach us the most about what really matters. I'm going to find the others. I have to. And I'm not going to let my doubts hold me back.
Ooh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did something behind me just flash?
Yeah.
Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
Yeah, I think you should go see what it is, but be careful. It looks pretty rocky over there.
Okay, I'll be careful. Really don't want to slip and hurt myself out here. I'm ending the video call to save power, but I'll update you as soon as I find out what that flash was. Wish me luck.
Dude, this game is wild. I just had a legitimate conversation. This is really cool. Whoever made this, props to you. Whispers from the Stars. I'm gonna have to get this when it comes out. This is just a demo. Nuts. I wish I could go full screen with the game, though. That's a little weird. Hmm. I guess we play the waiting game. See if we can harass her. What's going on? Are you okay? Did you make it over safe? Oh man, is that the is this the end of the demo? Oh. Man, what's back in time do? Oh, there's fog, huh? Oh, cancel, cancel, cancel. We don't want to do that. Oh, man. They blue balled us right there. Ah. Man, well, this game's great. I really enjoyed this. This is good. This is some good stuff. This could be like the future of games. I know that's a bold statement, but this is pretty awesome. I like this. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I hope you will do so next time. Peace.